hand of this world. Same thing. My name is CHIMAOGE. Welcome to CHIMAOGE's Comments. Let's go. Sorry, getting my stand up. I'm getting my stand up. Stand up. All rise. Kabunam no high. Yeah, just giving out some metaphysical information today. Yeah. Kamalu, yes, rise, Kamalu. Let me wait till I get to that minute mark. Put up the short to confirm I'm broadcasting, and then I'll go. Just over on Incoria doing another live stream. Check that out. It's called Obasi, Obasi. I use some emojis in there. I use the 8-ball, the infinity sign, and then the colors green and black. Those are symbols of Obasi, the thing. Yes, and then I have an art piece about it up on Incoria's shop as well. So check that out, Patreon. Anyway, I'm just gonna go here. Keep it here. Discover the sound of it. Anyway, Rise Kamalu. What is this? It's kind of a simple point. Basically, this one comes from the ancestors, but it's not that much of a stretch. Ra, who is commonly regarded now to be the Egyptian god of the sun, is the same as Kamalu, which is another name for the so-called Igbo god of thunder. Very simple. Why? One, again, when you look at all these archetypes of gods and goddesses that you have throughout the world, you have to conclude that they were all referring to a central reality because of all the underlying similarities. And in particular, when you look at certain archetypes, the god of thunder and the god of the sun, it's pretty clear that those are always referring to the same thing. I haven't really looked through Egyptian mythology. Well, maybe I'll just say I'm not satisfied with the depth at which I've looked through Egyptian mythology. I'll say that. But I've looked at it. But I just don't remember if they also call Ra god of thunder. And I don't know to what extent they engage that concept. But definitely Ra is the god of the sun and associated with the sky. So anytime you have that, it's going to be the god of thunder. So you have that. So yeah, from there, it's not a stretch to just say, okay, Ra is just another name for that archetype. And then we have the term Kamalu to refer to the god of thunder in so-called Igbo cosmology, IGBO. Again, Igbo is the group, I guess I'll just say the primary group I'm classified as based upon modern, I guess, Nigerian world classifications of groups. Again, 3 out of my 4 grandparents classified as Igbo. I have one that's classified as Efik. So, I really like you should say primary, because I can't deny one was classified as Efik. But anyway, once again, I always say it. I hope my grandfather, who's Efik, is still alive. Shout out to him and my family. I just never met them because of family trouble. That's all I'll go into for now, but that's not proper. I need to know my relatives. But anyway, the reason I'm using terms like is classified as for Igbo, I'll focus on that one specifically, is just because based upon what I'll say is the academic record, it's not 100% clear if Igbo is a tribe or if it's just a group that was formed around tribal ideas. Based upon, really for most of my life I wasn't sure, but I just need to operate with people, so I was just like, all right, whatever, I'll say I'm Igbo. But the ancestors split the difference and they said it's a group formed around tribal ideas. So, okay, that's not the name of the tribe, all right. But anyway, if you're just trying to understand my history as a person, you have to engage with that, because that's a reference point for my self-understanding. But that's part of how I came to learn the term Kamalu, just looking up stuff related to Igbo people online and in books and things, just to learn more about myself. Came across that. So if you look up IGBO, God of Thunder, you'll find different terms. One is Kamalu, K-A-M-A-L-U. So that's what Ekwansu said. Now what does Amadio has said? Let's get into it. Kabrunam no let's go. Kamalu, same statement. What is that? Aggression. That is the third cycle of the God of Thunder. That is the final form. The final form is not the last form. It is the final form. As in, that is when they've maxed out their energy as a percentage of their being. And from there on, they go on and they Jiko again, that's the fourth form. CHIMAOGE, they act like a leg, they get big, and then they expand upon everything. Right, but anyway, Kamalu is the final form. The Awela, the Shango. That is when he is the world leader. And the world leader is always operating. So he takes the idea of Amadioha and then he just applies it. That's what that is. So, yeah, that's it. It's pretty cool. Anyway, note on the term aggression. Aggression is good. Aggression is necessary. It's just, in theory, it could be misused. But more often than not, I would say that a lot of, because again, a lot of things associated with the God of Thunder ironically get demonized. Stuff like anger and aggression. But really, I would say a lot of those things get blamed for other, I guess I would call them feelings and things like that. Because if someone's actually aggressive, they're trying to get towards a goal, right? And again, I know philosophers could disagree with me, but I'll just say it like this. If you're goal-oriented, why would you be committing an act of evil, especially in this world, that has no use? So just because someone's all up in your face doesn't necessarily mean they're aggressive. What's an example I could give? If someone is acting meek, but they're constantly asking you questions, is that really aggression, or is that just something weird that kind of looks like aggression? I would say it's something weird that kind of looks like aggression. Proper aggression is just. Now again, that doesn't mean an aggressive person can't make a mistake, but you can't just say aggression is bad. Anyway, and also let me just come about it another way. If someone has no aggression, no fire in the belly, they'll just flop and perish. So that's not good. You need aggression. But yeah. But again, just because someone is running all over the place doesn't mean they're aggressive. They could be running away from their problems. And I'll leave it at that. Anyway, Kamalu, Ra, same. It's a person and also a thing. Manifests in various different ways. So just giving that out here on the hand of God. Anyway. Kamalu, Abu. Think about it, the sun, isn't it aggressive? It's always in your face, it's shining. Abum Kamalu, Abum Kamalu, Abum Kamalu, Bing, Abum Bing, Kamalu, B-I-N-G, Kamalu, Bing. B-I-N-G, Ra, same thing. B-I-N-G, Ra, same thing. Rise up. It's cheerful. Abu Kamalu, Kaka. Abu Kamalu, Nekamosa. Abu Kamalu, Kikeka. Abu Kamalu, Sisesa. Abu Kamalu, Pope. Abu Kamalu, Pope. Abu Mamariyo Haniweya, Abu Mamariyo Haniweya, Abu Mamariyo Haniweya, Ra. Anyway, just giving out this piece of metaphysical information. Ra is Kamalu. Ra is Kamalu. Another name for Ra is Eze, the structural integrity of the good husband of the people. So it manifests in various ways. I'll give two. One, that fruit you call the coconut, that's a manifestation of Ra. You can also call it Aka, Oka, Uzukuka, the universal expansion. Look up Aka Igbo. Igbo word for coconut. That's my reference point for the term Aka, and then I've expanded upon it with other things. And another manifestation of Ra is that which we call the musculoskeletal system. That is your Eze, When your Eze manifests in our category of life, that's a Madioha, because we are part of a Madioha. Ra, yes. Anyway, Is the leader. I am the leader. Karabu Madioha. I am the leader, more than the leader. I am the world leader. I'm the leader more than the 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 leader. I'm more lead than the leader. Leader, rah. 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 When you're doing stuff, you go see Rah, pa. Ra, Kamalu. Deepest manifestation of Ra, the animal we call a tiger, El Tigre. That's him. The world leader. He's always in your face. Aggression. Yes. The deepest manifestation. That is his animal. Ha, Ra. But then if you look at certain types of eagles. For example, the form of the eagle that we call the golden eagle, I call that the Uwangyanu, the solar eagle, Uwangyanu. That is Ra's base category of existence. So here's one way of saying it. Obviously, Ra is an expansion person. He's one of the saints. He exists in all different forms across different realms. But one way of saying this is when Ra wakes up in the morning, he's a solar eagle. And then when he puts on his clothes, he'll be some other category. But when he's at his peak in the day, he's going to be El Tigre, the Enadu, the extreme cat, the purgation cat, the world leader. Kamalu. And then for most of the day, he prefers to just be a normal eagle. Even though that's not his category of existence, that's its own expansion person. He likes to use that category. So, interesting. Anyway, think of all these associations. So I hope that all inspired you at the very least. And if anyone also sees it to be true, say so. Let's spread the truth. Let's also go deeper so we can find more proof of the truth. Anyway. Boom, Kamalu, kaka. I hit the paper. Ra, 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 hit the bing. Ra, hit the bing. It's like I call this thing Ra, the bing. The bing. I am the bing. I am the paper. I hit the paper. 2-2. That's a manifestation of 11-11. That's Ra. Let's make a wish. Let's all grow. Expand forever. I hit the paper. I hit the paper. I am the paper. I hit the paper. I hit the paper. I get the paper. I get paper. I'm gonna get the paper. I'm gonna get the paper. I'm gonna get the paper. Then I spread the paper. You get a lot of money, don't just hold on to it. If you get a lot of money, do not just hold on to it. Spread it. Spread the wealth. Amadioha. Amadioha, Kigeka. And yes, you have to spread it outside of your family. Do not continue this trend of only giving money to your family. At the same time, do not continue this trend of not giving any money to your family. That is what is called etitinja, the middle that should not exist. I get the paper. I hit the paper. I am Ra. I am the hand of God. I am the hand of God. I am the hand of this universe. I am the hand of this world, the hand of heaven. Rane Mesha, Abu Maku, Anemekua, Abu Makua, Kanua, Abu Makua, Amadiola. All right, let me get out of here. Thank you very much. I hope you like the message. See you next time. Like, share, subscribe, and also patronize the business. I talked about that before. Check all my links in my About section. You can buy things, you can subscribe, and you can also donate. See you next time.